Hello, everyone, and welcome to Big Talk here on Global Television. A pleasure to have you join us tonight on the program. There's a lot of tension in Edo State, most especially as the state prepares for the 21st September 2024 election in the state. Most recently on Thursday, there was shooting at the exit gate of the Benin airport, which left the two leading parties, the ruling People's Democratic Party and the opposition party, the APC, trading accusation on who was responsible. The shooting left the policeman dead and others injured, with the APC standard bearer Monday Igbaolo attacked while the state government and the reinstated deputy governor Philip Shaibu has traded blame over who was responsible for the incident. But away from that, Philip Shaibu has defected to All Progressive Congress over the course of the weekend, which also is creating a lot of tension and heat as the state prepares for the election. There are a whole lot of situation, and the fact that this is a state that was once APC state and now PDP state. And then we look at the issue right there and looking at possible outcome of this election. We have Labour Party, we have APC, we have PDP. These are strong major political parties that are waiting to contest for the September. I mean, we have other political parties. But the tension right there in the Edo State is much. And we'll look at how a PDP deputy governor moving to APC, what it means for People's Democratic Party, and what it also means for APC, and how they manage some of the allegations and attacks coming into the party. My guest tonight is the APC Campaign Council member, Aruna Bremo, of course, has followed the recent event and understand the positions of the party in all of this. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mike.
Yes, let me first start with the recent events. Thursday, the Philip Shaibu was returning from Abuja to Edo State, but met with a whole lot of drama. And now we can't really ascertain. But let's know the position of the APC in all of these back and forth.
Yeah, I think the position of the APC is a position that has been confirmed so far and by the law enforcement agency, the Nigerian police, who are by constitution empowered to do thorough investigation into what happened. But from the point of logic and from the videos that we all have watched, we saw what happened on that fateful day, the dastardly acts of the state government agents masquerading themselves as Edo Security Network, the vigilante group of the Edo State government, who mounted at the exit gate of the Benin airport when Philip Shaibu and distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo arrived at the airport. It should be of note that the Commissioner of Police was right there at the airport. His attention was drew by the state youth leader of the APC, Tony Kabaka, to the fact that the Edo Security Network goons were at the exit gate, brandishing weapons and carrying AK-47s and guns. He actually went to, if you watch the whole thing from the eyewitness report, he went to the exit gate attempting to be talking to them. It seems as if he was making some calls, and before you know what was going on, the police commissioner left through the entrance gates, which is the entry gate, no longer the exit gate, you know, and just abandoning or leaving the APC and its governorship candidate and the deputy governor of the state that was at the airport to the mercies of God. And at the end of the day, as they were processing and walking through the exit, the Edo Security Network hoodlums. I call them hoodlums because as far as Nigerian law is concerned, they are not security, they are not legal security, they are makeshift. Because of the security situation in Nigeria, you now have state governors creating makeshift vigilante, empowering them with guns to fight crimes. But now it's being used to fight political opponents. And they open fire. And so logic should point us to the fact that the Edo State deputy governor cannot in any way organize thugs to shoot at him himself.
But it was looking as if it was a retaliation. Well, the supporters of Shaibu were also retaliating, and this also...
No, it was the police, it was the security, the security attaché to the deputy governor and the distinguished senator that was not trying to quell. If you look at the video, you will see where the guns were being, the shooting was coming from. So the police and the other security, the DSA, They were processing on the road, airport road.
So does it look like it was a planned issue?
Of course. What were they doing at the exit gate? What is the business of the thugs, loyal in the name of Edo Security Network, loyal to the state government, doing to come and block the exit gate of the Benin airport?
Was there a position of the police? Because we understand shortly after the court ruling, there was an injunction.
No, there was nothing like an injunction. No. This is another opportunity to clear it. The court gave a declaration. It's not a court order. A declaration that Philip Shaibu, Honorable Philip Shaibu, is the legally recognized deputy governor of Edo State. When you are declared deputy governor, he won an election, a joint ticket with the governor in 2020. He has a mandate in Edo State, and that mandate was legally truncated with the botched and unfortunate impeachment process, kangaroo impeachment that was carried out by the Edo State House of Assembly members. And that was premise, on that premise, he went to court, and court gave a declaration declaring him, reinstating him. That what it means, that declaration reinstated him as the legal and authentic deputy governor of Edo State. And what the Edo State government was trying to do, they were trying to file stay of execution. You can file stay of execution on an order when the court give an order. This is a pure declaration reinstating your mandate back to you, a mandate that you rightly won. You were voted for in 2020 under the Obaseki Shaibu tickets. So it's not a case of a court order or court judgment. So it's reinstatement. They try to get a stay of execution. The application, the stay of execution is supposed to be granted by the same judge that declared, that made the declaration. As the application be filed, as the stay of execution application be granted, no. So as far as today is concerned, as far as the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria is concerned today, Philip Shaibu is the deputy governor of Edo State.
Well, we are still following a lot of developments, and litigations already in the court. We understand that they have filed to counter that judgment and all of that. But let's move from that to his recent decamp to APC.
Yes.
This was a man who stood against your party in the 2020 election in a bid to return Obaseki to office. Does it now mean that his return is giving confidence to the party, or are you aware of also distracting People's Democratic Party? Because People's Democratic Party is saying that it's just a bit of distraction.
Let me, Michael,
he has a political value.
Let me give you another point of note. Every other party in the Edo State is in opposition, including the People's Democratic Party. Obaseki and his tyrannical government belongs to a party.
No, but the ruling party is People's Democratic Party.
Excuse me, I'm coming. Because Philip Shaibu was part of Obaseki's government. Danobi, the national vice chairman of the PDP, South, is from Edo State. As we are talking, you saw Philip Shaibu did not just decamp. He decamped with legacy PDP. That is the foundation members of PDP in Edo State, who feel disgruntled also, who feel betrayed, who feel not be carried along politically. So it's not about Philip Shaibu moving from PDP to APC. It's about the structure of APC, the foundational structure of PDP, moving to APC right now. What is going on in Edo State, or what is going to happen in September 21st, 2024, is going to be mere a political consensus. It's a resolve of Edo people to vote out directionless governance in Edo State. It's beyond political party. It's not about giving strength or no strength, because before now, the resolve of Edo people is beyond APC or PDP.
But some person will argue that the state government will use the powers that they have as a ruling party.
The power in democracy belongs. There's no ruling party, right? I just told you. There's no ruling party in Edo State. The power, the
chief executive.
No. It's not. What is it ruling? A ruling that you have a deputy governor that is not part of your party. A ruling that the state structure of your party all have decamped to the APC.
But it looks as if the party
is ruling himself. He's not even a member, as far as I'm concerned. He's not a member of the party. He's on his own.
He was jumping.
Everybody
was a member of APC before going to PDP.
Right now, he has scattered the PDP, has made the foundation members of the PDP to leave him again. The man who was the chairman of APC in prior 2020, Aslam Ojezo, Barrister Aslam Ojezo, was the state chairman of APC. He left with Philip Shaibu and Obaseki. Where is him today? The people he met did not be that receiving the PDP legacy group, which is the foundational PDP that received Obaseki in 2020. Where are they today?
All right. They are also concerned because I understand the move in 2020 was to fight godfatherism. I mean, was against Adams Oshimele as someone who wants to take charge of the politics and governance in Edo State, just like they've said in Lagos State. President Tinubu did the same. But now it seems Oshimele is also trying to force a lot of, force a party on the people of Edo. That's what some of the people of Edo State are saying, that rather they should allow the people to make their choice. Because it looks as if Adams Oshimele is making an imposition on the people.
Absolutely no. Rather, the reverse is the case.
Is your party together, APC?
The most cohesive political party in Edo State today going to an election. With absolute coercion. You saw the inauguration, the national inauguration by Ganduje. Everybody that contested the party primaries, the governorship primaries of the APC have all resolved their issue, and they are all with the ticket, the candidacy of distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo and Right Honorable Dennis Osagbonore Idahosa. Meanwhile, if you take it back, why are they drifting from the PDP? Everybody that contested the PDP primaries today, they are no longer a PDP. Rather, they are decamping to APC. From Aslem Ojeza, Deputy Governor Philip Shabu, the daughter of Esama Obinikindo, Gabriela Igbenedio, Omosede Igbenedio, former honorable. All of them, they are all working today, directly or indirectly. Honorable Obede Iyama. These were all the governorship aspirants of the PDP. Where are they today? Obede Iyama gave all his structure, including his campaign office, all to APC. What is going on in the Edo State is political consensus.
Are your party?
We are doing referendum on the 21st. It's referendum, not election.
All right.
Show us your workings. What have you done in 8 years, Obaseki, that is making you try to practice the godfatherism you criticized in 2020? You are bringing your surrogate, your godson, Aisha Ighodalo, who is ironically your economic advisor for 8 years, who has advised you or other whose knowledge you have ruined the political, socio-economic, and even traditional fortunes of Edo State. You have balkanized the states. You have teared the state apart. You have knocked traditional rulers' heads together. Imagine attempting to balkanize a kingdom that has spanned 2,000 years, the Great Benin Kingdom.
The People's Democratic Party will hold a different view regarding that because
politically it's the dividend of democracy is not what you say. It's what the people feel. I'm from Edo State, 18 local government. Ekewa Road is in the heart of Benin. Go and find out Ekewa will be constructing, Obaseki has been constructing a single road for 8 years, Ekewa Road. That is the heart of Benin. Are you now going to talk of the local area or the rural area? Sobe Farm, since 2017. President Buhari handed over Esa Water Project to Obaseki for reticulation. President Buhari completed their handing over in 2018 September. Just to reticulate the water project across Esa land, 5 local governments. Today, that project is still where it was, where Buhari handed it over. Let me digress a little. Today, in Edo State, have the second to the lowest budget for education. And you are you told us that you are doing Edo best. You are giving the best to education. You are budgeting 26 billion for education in your 2024 budget. Meanwhile, the office of the governor is budgeting 90 billion for himself, budgeting 8 billion for office of secretary to the state government. Right. And budgeting 35 billion for our state house of assembly. Meanwhile, education is 26 billion.
Honorable, the workers, I mean, some workers in your state that will say that Adams Oshimele is a workers-friendly governor in terms of minimum wage implementation, 30,000 and all of that. There are other indices that some person might argue with you about that. But let's move to the fact that
let me also clear that on the minimum wage. I know where you are one of the 70,000 bits. You cannot increase minimum wage when you are among the 5 states that borrows, the 5 most indebted states in Nigeria that borrows from CBN to pay salary.
Honorable, there will be no time to refute that.
That is irony.
There will be no time to refute that. Let's take a look at wave of Labour Party was felt in Edo in 2023 election.
Yes.
Are you bothered about that? Because it seems it's on ground. It's also making waves in that particular state.
Yeah, the political demography in Edo State, the voting pattern of Edo State is stratified politically to 3 senatorial districts. We have the Edo South, made up of 7 local governments. which is Oredo, Ipobaoka, Urumude, Oriomo, Ovia Northeast and Ovia Southwest. We have the Edo Central, which is Esan. We now have Edo North, which has Esan have 5 local government. Edo North, which is Akoko Edo, Esako West, East and Central, and Owan West and Owan. Those are 6 local governments. The voting pattern, the popularity of the parties in this demography, will reveal the strengths of the candidates in the outcome of the election. Olumide Akpata is very well received in Benin Metropolis. He's from Edo South. And Labour Party, even when you look at the voting pattern of 2023 presidential election, Labour Party have a city senator from Edo South, which is the 7 local government. APC controls Edo Central, which is Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebolo, and Distinguished Senator Adams Oshiomhole Edo North. You understand? Who has absolute control, almost near 90% control of Edo North. That was even with the Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu being a PDP. But right now, with all hands on deck in Edo North, it's 100%.
Is there any significance?
It's 100 because the effect of the impact of Olumide Akpata in this whole equation will negatively still affect the remnant of Obaseki's fashion of PDP.
All right.
Because his stronghold is Edo South. You understand? Not Edo Central, where Okpebolo comes from. Not Edo North, where Adams Oshiomhole, Ajoto from Akoko Edo, and Philip Shaibu, who are the political bigwigs there. And that is APC control senatorial district. And where his hope lies is where Olumide Akpata is coming with his popularity, which is the metropolitan area.
So he's distracting PDP.
Of course. And they have a city senator. The Labour Party, what is his name? The Labour Party guy who is the senator representing Edo South. It's a Labour Party is from Edo South. So it's not remember that our deputy governor is also from Edo South. The deputy governor, our deputy governor candidate, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, is also from Edo South.
All right.
And Egberame Odubu, former deputy governor to Oshiomhole, is also from Edo South. The 2 times governorship candidate of the party, who's also APC Pastor Osagie Izeyamu, is also from Edo South. So Edo South is going to be shared. Edo North is home and dried, and Edo Central is the heart of Okpebolo, a city service senator, a performing senator.
Honorable, they are concerned that, Philip Shaibu has no political value in terms of delivery. There are some persons that said in his senatorial district at the last governorship election, it was a tough one for him based on the fact that Adams Oshiomhole was there. Do you feel that there will be any difference?
Imagine if it was a tough one for him and they got about 17,000 votes from his local government, Esako West local government, and APC got 20.
But he has another counterpart.
Excuse me now. When he was a governorship candidate in 2020, in his local government, PDP got 17,000 something vote, and APC got 20,000 something vote. Now that himself and Oshiomhole are now in the same family, father and son, is back home and is well received politically. Just add the 17,000 to the 20,000. We are going to be having 7,000 from almost 50,000 from Esako West. That is his political value.
Does this therefore mean that Obaseki will really have anything to lose after all of this?
The only thing
does it look like he has a political ambition?
I don't know for him, but the resolve of Edo people is first of all to rescue Edo from the Nebuchadnezzar, political Nebuchadnezzar that is holding sway now. After then, we'll now know maybe the EFCC or whichever, because a lot has gone wrong in Edo State. In 2016, when it came to power, the domestic debt of Edo State was about 28 billion. As we speak today, the total debt of Edo State is rocking about 600 billion with $300 million in foreign debt, with $150 million for erosion control. Borrowing and erosion is ravaging everywhere in Edo State. Just go and look at the statistics. Everything is crazy. So I don't know how it's going to. It's post-election, it's post-office activities. It's less for him and God.
Well, People's Democratic Party may argue that the governor is one of the best governors we have in PDP. But it's a negotiation.
If he's one of the best they have in PDP, then it actually shows that the PDP have no governors.
We also have blames of also APC. We've seen in Kogisa. We don't want to go into that, Honorable. I mean, I must appreciate you for your in-depth analysis on the program. We're looking forward to see what effect Philip Shaibu coming into APC really will reflect on this election. We are looking forward to see that development.
It's a big one.
Thanks so much, Haruna Bremo, APC Campaign Council in the Media, member of the committee of the Campaign Council in APC in Edo State, for your time and your thoughts on the convention tonight. We're looking forward to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we'll go on a break, and once we return from the break, we're taking a look at a lot of hits and due to the economic challenges in the country. We'll also be looking at the trade of words between Dangote Refinery and the NABU's boss, Ahmed Farouk, the midstream petroleum industry regulator, who are also having a controversial comment between the Dangote Refinery on what it means to establish refinery. Dangote seems to already threaten to sell out his refinery, but we'll be looking at this understanding and what it means for economic businesses to strive in the country. These two paths will form part of a discussion on the program, Big Talk. Do stay with us. I'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, everyone, to the program Big Talk. And of course, we'll be taking a look at the mood of the country when you look at the economy. Due to the food crisis, inflation, and all of that, the House of Reps made an attempt last week at a plenary to commit 50% of the salary towards also supporting the president in terms of giving back palliatives and some remedies to cushion the effect of the hardship. This has also pushed a lot of youths to start making plans for protests and all of that, but they have been concerned that there is a need to urgently address the issues we face in the country. A moment where we look at the economic challenges, where you look at the fact that some families are unable to feed. But it seems attempted by the federal government as well to roll out some plans, some interventions, initiatives to cushion the effects. But how far can we really point out to some of these things? Because we want to look at a situation where the people can really start counting what remedy situations the government is also providing. My guest is a public affairs analyst and a legal practitioner who, of course, will be throwing light to understanding these and what government needs to do urgently to addressing the situation so it won't go out of hand. Edeche Felix is my guest tonight. Thanks so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. What is your assessment? Several interventions president have given out to state government some grants. House of Reps have slashed the salary 50%. Just like Oliver Twist. The people are saying it is not enough. It seems we can't really point out to many things your government are doing. Do you think the government are not doing enough?
Well, if you are taking a treatment for malaria and the malaria is not going, will you stop looking for drugs? It means the drug you're using is not effective or is not even for malaria at all. If the government have taken the right steps, the society won't be crying today. I will start with the handout the government choose to give. This government should have learned from the previous government. They came up with the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and came up with all forms of palliative which never get to the people. And then you're now talking about the federal government giving grains to the state governors, the same state governors who cannot account for the revenues that go to their states. You are giving them grains to give to who? And how will they give to the people? What is constitutionally in their hands to cater for the people? They've not been able to account for it. So I think the federal government did not give those grains for the people. It's a political settlement. It is for themselves to share, if at all there is any grain. Because I think common economics will tell you where the government should go. This food is farmed by a set of people. If it's imported, there are people importing it. Why not visit your economic policy of trade and relief? One of the economic policies is trade and reliefs. What the federal government should be doing is to look at, trade and tariffs. Look at the tariffs over these imported foods. Rice, for instance. Take off the tariff. If you really mean well for the people, take off the tariff for a period of time so that the price of rice can crash. And then people have access to more food. You don't need to send food to any village. Once the price, Nigerians are not telling you they are not earning at all. No. But they are telling you that the money they are earning is useless in their hands. So what do? Bring out policies that will crash the price of food, not to send grains to anybody. So I think the government is heading in the wrong direction.
It seems probably they may be missing out in the means of distribution, because as you just pointed out, our state governments are also dragging the federal government backward. Because when you look at sometimes the intention of the federal government is to drive some of these development down to the grassroots. You've seen the intention of the president. He has made moves to grant local autonomy, financial autonomy. You know the back and forth issues we had with state government in driving this. To you, should it be that the federal government wants to make such an intervention, it should consider getting to the grassroots themselves, like local government passing through the local government chairman? Because it seems, or some person are even arguing that palliative is not a means to get out of this. It's not sustainable. It doesn't have an impact generally. Doesn't mean that they should not even in any way brings out some of these initiatives at all. We've seen school feeding program has failed. We've seen other interventions and initiatives of government seems not working. What do you think? Where do you think we are missing it?
Thank you very much. I'm not somebody I'm not a blind follower. Neither am I a blind critic. I will applaud the government where they are doing right. But I will always say you were wrong when you were wrong. Now, where are we missing it? The government, the successive government before now missed it by allowing the governors to have swallowed the local government. And I think this government have taken the right step. Kudos to the Mr. President and his Attorney General by pursuing that case to conclusion and winning for the local government the financial autonomy. But it is not yet Uhuru. if nothing is done about the election of local government, if the election into local government is still in the hands of state governors, you have only changed the dynamics. You have only changed the ways that the governors will control these people. You just bring somebody who you can control and put in there, and he still return the money back to you. So while I applaud the president and his attorney general for having achieved that feat, we also push them to pursue in the same manner, taking off election into the local government offices back to INEC. It's better handled at the federal level. We're not saying INEC is 100% okay, but at least there will be a bit of control. And then when you talk about palliative is not for the crop of politicians we have today. It will not get anywhere. We saw what happened during the COVID-19. Palliative ended up in warehouses, in people's garages. And then when the poor masses could not contain it anymore, we know what happened. We are saying draw up a system that takes care of all, not a few that you know. I don't need to know Mr. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu before I begin to enjoy Nigeria. I don't need to be linked to a senator, a minister before I am a Nigerian, not because of my association with any individual, but by the right of my birth, as the Constitution says it. That's made me a citizen of this country. So I don't need to know no man before I begin to enjoy Nigeria. And you don't need to bring out things that have no means. From the beginning, it is faulty. It can never get to the targeted level of citizens.
All right. There are concerns also about the fact that some of the economy indices shows that, once you invest, you are able to think. There have also been arguments, especially from the Labour Party presidential candidate, that we need to do more of investing, producing. Aware of also producing in your countries and also drawing importation. Even some agencies and some groups have slammed government on why they had to open borders for 150 days, importation for grains and all of those. For you, what can you really point out to a level of investment, level of production attempt by the federal government? We've seen already what is happening in the Dangote, which we'll be discussing on the course of this program. We've seen the fact that businesses are closing and leaving the countries. What are those indices that you feel that are not in any way portraying, what it ought to be, so that we should have more of production in the country, more of companies coming into the country to work? Does it look that there is also a missing line by the government? Because some of these things are having a lot of pressure on a currency. The moment where we are having more of importations, we still give crisis to a naira. What do you think are the remedies and what should be done?
Well, for any nation, Nigeria inclusive, once you miss from the starting point, the best you can do for yourself is to admit your failure and go back to the drawing board. Nigeria needs to go back to the drawing board. Why am I saying so? 1970, immediately after the Civil War, the nation drew for herself a development goal, set for herself a set of goals, 5 goals, which crystallized in 1973 to the development goals. And then we ask ourselves, are we 54 years after, are we pursuing any with sincerity? The answer is no. The first goal is to have a free and democratic society. Are we there? And that's the foundation of it all. If you cannot have a free and fair election, you are in trouble. The second is to have a just and egalitarian society. Can we boast of that today, 54 years after? The answer is still no. The next is for us to have a strong, united, and self-reliant society. Are we there? The answer is equally no. The fourth is for us to have a strong and dynamic economy. Can we boast of that today? The answer is equally no. And the fifth is for us to have a nation, a society that have opportunity for all. The answer is still no. We are not yet there. And why are we not there? because serious successful leaders that we've had, both the military and the civilians, they seem to have forgotten this goal. They are not schooled on this goal. They choose to pursue other agendas. And once you miss it, then whatever you bring, what we're supposed to be having is successive government bringing out policies that will drive us towards this goal. When you look at a nation like America, for instance, the difference between the Democrats and the Republicans is not the goal. The difference is in the means of getting to the goal. Before I got into your station here, there are, from my location, I have more than 3 different routes to have chosen. I choose the one that fit me best. Assuming I'm to come with 2-3 friends, and we choose to live at the same location, and one say, no, the other route is better. Our goal is to get here. We will certainly get here. And that's why you see nations who know, who aim at their goals, no matter the differences, they get there. Now, you can't be talking about achieving these goals and having a reliant economy without production. And that's why I agree with those who are putting it, the starting point must be production. You must encourage production. Let me give you an instance. 20 naira 10 years ago, or like somebody put it, 8,070 naira can buy you 1,700 can buy you a Peugeot Saloon, right? In 1974-75. But today, that same 1,700 can only buy you a loaf of bread. What's that telling you? Has anything gone wrong? Has the naira changed color or? No, it has lost its value. And how can your currency gain value? Your currency can only gain value when you are producing and you are sufficient, produce sufficiently for yourself, and you have more than enough to export. And that gives value to your currency. When our naira had value was when we have the textiles in Kaduna. We have the cocoa working. We had the rice moving. But today, all this, if any government is telling you about creating jobs, they are telling you they are creating ministries and agencies. That's not job. That's not what a serious economy think about. The government should only be thinking of how to create enabling environment for people to do business. I have friends who have gone abroad. None of them is telling me he's working for American government. They're working for the private sectors there, and they're earning good money. Why? Because that society creates enabling environment for entrepreneurs to survive and succeed. So for us to get any government that we can clap hand for, is that government that will begin to lay foundations for it.
All right. There are a lot of concerns. I will also look at the fact that a lot will be done in these regards. Do you feel that there's a missing line in the succession plan? I mean, when you look at the fact that many people come with the agenda, sometimes 5-point agenda, 7-point agenda, which at the end of the day, we may not really point out. We've seen the agenda of former President Muhammadu Buhari, and we also see that the President Tinubu is also working in achieving some of this agenda. But years back, I mean, years down the line, can this really reflect on like a state of the economy? Because you've been moving from one crisis to the other. And also, we also look at this issue of the fact that if anything goes up in Nigeria, it happens that it can never really have to go down, which is not an issue. We go to the market now, what we're buying before then is not comparable to what. So manage these situations and give us the final analysis on it.
Well, I don't know any government that have pursued its own agenda before. They will come 10-point agenda, 9-point agenda. The only government, unfortunately, we cannot really talk about is the government of late Yar'Adua, who gave agenda and we saw him following that agenda. Now, you have agenda. How does that agenda align with the national development goal? I don't see anywhere where sharing of money, sharing of palliative will take us to where we should go. Do you understand? If you want to make a deaf man dance, it's not by playing music for the deaf. It's by you dancing. Whether there is music or not, the moment you begin to shake your body, the deaf man will begin to dance with you. Do you get the point? So, Nigeria, we need a government that will look at, okay, this is where we want to go. This is how we'll get there. And people will see it clearly. As far as I'm concerned, apart from the political noise, I am confused. I am highly confused as to what the agenda of this government is. Do you get the point? I am confused because there is no clear pointer to this is where we're going. We can only get snippets of, oh, he has done this well. Like we talk about
some ministries seem to be doing well, responding as well.
Like what?
We've seen the Minister of FCT completing project which sometimes it has never been. They've given him kudos for all of those things. It seems the fact that it has been a missing line in governance in the country. So,
well, I will not take that away from him. Completing project is good. Do you understand? Completing project is good because it's budgeted for. But the question is, if the road is completed and I don't have food to eat,
it's a problem.
How does that road matter to me? If the road is completed and I cannot pay my children's school fees, how does that road count for me? Who are the ones using this road? I'm not saying you should stop that, but we are saying it goes beyond completion of road. In the first place, completion of roads or building bridges is not something we should be clapping hands for government for.
Well,
do you understand? It's not something we should be clapping hands for. It's not your money. It's budgeted for. It's your responsibility.
It's probably because we are used to so many abandoned projects, and then sometimes when we finally see completion, it makes more sense. But I understand your point. A lot of the food crisis.
Yeah, he's better than the one that left.
Probably.
Yes, probably. But that's not going to take us to where the FCT citizen, just like any other state, they need more than roads, they need more than bridges.
Generally,
yes, generally.
Government
generally. I don't want to pick one person.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Deche Felix, a public affairs analyst and a legal practitioner. We understand the fact that the heat of even the planned protest by some youth is on the grounds that people can no longer feed, and also a clarion call for government to sit up, just as Deche Ali pointed out, to go behind the indices and in the papers and start tackling the situations on ground, because there is hunger on the ground. And of course, just like Oliver Twist, the move by the House of Reps to slash their 50%, to slash the salary for 50%, Nigerians are saying is not enough. There are more to be done. Cut some costs of governance and do also a lot of bits to tackle some of these issues. Thanks so much, Felix. We may not have time to dwell on to all of these issues and controversy. We appreciate your time. And that's where we have actually will get Deche on. We'll be back again to look at these issues of the Nigerian Upstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. The Chief Executive Officer is facing with Dangote Refinery on some allegations. They claim the House of Reps have responded. It's break. Stay with us. Thanks so much. Yes, thank you. Many thanks, everyone, for staying with us at Big Talk. Let's get to a story that the House of Reps has expressed their readiness to investigate the allegations that products being produced at Dangote Refinery are inferior to imported ones. They will test the refinery product as part of their investigation process. Over the course of the weekend, we saw how the Dangote Refinery chairman, Aliko Dangote, reacted on that issues of that the product is not in any way matching to what we are having from the imported ones. We've seen the fact that these are allegations. He has called that the House of Reps should come to the refineries, get to the filling stations, and make some findings for themselves away from what they see in the media. They have also reacted so badly that if need be, it may actually sell out the refinery. And some Nigerians are backing the Dangote Refinery this time and saying that enough of government attacking some private sectors. The concern about what the Nigerian Upstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority Chief Executive Officer, what may likely be his intention, what may be the intentions of government, will be what we'll be looking at on the program right away. I guess tonight to discuss these issues and the controversy surrounding this Dangote Refinery and the Nigeria Upstream and Downstream Regulatory Authority is Comrade Osisiegu Chewando, live on the program to Hard Voice and give us a better understanding of what it means. Comrade, good to have you on the program.
Yeah, thank you for having me once again.
Yes, you've visited the Dangote Refinery. I mean, it's one of the best in Africa, one of the best in this part of the world. So receiving the news that some of the products are not better than the ones we imported, does this give grounds of more reconsideration, or it means that he's having an internal conflict, issues of cabal, trying to fight and undermine Dangote Refinery coming to stay? What is your position about this?
Thank you very much. First of all, talking about that statement, I think it's a little bit unguided on the part of the regulator of that standing. And of course, Dangote on his own part has come to clarify that. We feel that it is important that the regulator is also very careful that what he says does not only have impact on Dangote's investment, but also has impact on FDI, foreign direct investment in Nigeria, also have impact on the credibility of the regulator in case that turns out to be a lie. So it is important that we look at it from a very, very important perspective that Nigeria as a whole is put in the spotlight as a nation, as an oil-producing nation, when such dirty linens are washed in public.
They have alleged that Dangote is monopolizing the whole sector. Does this really reflect that is part of the problem we have in the country? Because it seems there are a lot of also intentions of some people to push the economic blame we have in the country to Dangote. Does it look like one?
No, for me, I think what is the space is unattended to. We have been in this country for so many years. Dangote Refinery just coming on stream recently. So how can you come in on stream just now and you're monopolizing a space that you're just coming into? That means the space is unattended to. So of course, it's no longer news that so many refineries across the country are not working. We have depended solely on importation to supply the domestic needs in Nigeria. So we have not seen Dangote Refinery come even to its full capacity. It's about 650,000 barrels per day, and it's not even able to supply up to that produce up to that 650,000 barrels per day because of the shortfall in the feedstock that is supposed to be used in refining these products. So I do not think that Dangote is monopolizing the space yet. He's not even into the space properly. What I think is that the space is solely unattended to because we are dependent on importation, which we should be gearing towards stopping.
All right. Does it look as if the statement by the the Chief Executive, Farouk, he has to give more evidence to back his point? Because we've seen the Dangote, Aliko Dangote himself saying, get to filling stations. Come and conduct some investigation. And then the House of Reps have responded that they're coming to make some investigation. To your grounds, do you feel that he ought not to have made those kind of allegations, or do you feel he has some evidence which may actually brings down Dangote Refinery?
Yeah. Anyway, by antecedents, I think he's a regulator. He may have more information than he said while he made that comment. I think he was standing to have an to grant press interview. But I think he should have been a little more careful. I think he should have been more. He should have also paid more attention to details as to what he has said. And that is not just new. It's also coming on the heels of some banter of words between Dangote and, of course, the regulator. You know, we should not meeting up their own part of the 20% shares offered them in the refinery. We have also seen a situation where they also, them have also talked about Dangote a lot of. So it is coming from, there's actually lack of synergy between the Dangote refineries.
It looks as if we have more cabal in the oil sector trying to gather.
Yeah, Dangote has accused the IOCs of sabotaging his efforts, to bring upstream the biggest, largest investment
because
in this country.
Because there were many people who believe that the last administration had probably were the brains behind the Dangote refinery. But he has refuted that, saying that even the Lagos state government had sold the land over $100 million, to him. Does it mean that there was no proper cooperation between the federal government and Dangote refinery? Because it seems this is what is playing out right now.
Government is a processing continuum. And incidentally, the present leadership of the NNPCL and, of course, the upstream and downstream has remained the same for some time. So I don't think any significant changes has happened. And of course, for the present administration, which of course you understand is also in the same political party with the former one. I don't think that the present administration has any reason to specifically attack Dangote, except for, of course, some cabals that have remained in and out of any government that is in power.
Thanks so much, President of African State Union, Osisiegu Osinke, for your contributions on the program. We're looking forward to see that federal government will make a good move in managing the situation with Dangote refinery, and of course the regulator. Of course, should be guided by statement and also knowing that this is also undermining the direct investment in the country. And also the fact that there must be governments trying to create an enabling environment for businesses to strive so that it won't discourage investors generally. But well, that's the package we'll be having on the program Big Talk tonight. Of course, we highlighted so many issues about the issues in the doorstep politics and all of that. Thanks so much. We'll see you again tomorrow.